Women are getting what they deserve, but not happy with it.
Anything men can do, we can do better. The heck? That's a lot of ice and snow. I never thought about how that job would be needed. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I would hate that. Not only is it difficult and very high up, but it's freezing. Mm. What the heck is that? Reject delusions. Embrace gender differences.
It's refreshing to see a woman who is really aware. Don't say who is better in this current era. Since ancient times, it has been men who have invented and improved things. At the end of the day, equality is just a fantasy.
It's literally a numbers game. This is so important, this comment, and a lot of people just don't understand this. It ties into all the content that I'm sharing about how men should be approaching women more, women should be more receptive, women should also feel empowered to put themselves out there. People are so scared of rejection, and we need to normalize it. We need to normalize these moments of failure and stop creating stories and narratives around our own self-worth because of a failure, which is often a reflection of the other person, not of you. So I totally agree. Dating is a numbers game. Better to get rejected 10 times a day and then get one number, one match, one potential partner than to swipe all day long and result in nothing. Because at the end of the day, it really only takes one person to change your life and to change your dating trajectory. So put yourself out there.
Rejection and humiliation are not the same thing. I have a genuine question. Why is this conversation always about men need to do more in terms of being the ones who approach? No one has ever been able to give me an answer that makes sense to me other than they're just supposed to. Worst part is, even if you're in a relationship, it's one-sided, where men gotta do all the work and spoil the girl, but get little in return. Some of us aren't afraid of rejection, we come to expect it. And if that's all there is proven to be, why would we bother? We are not scared of rejection. We do not approach women because men do not proactively approach chaos, drama, and entitlement.
I was literally at a restaurant, yeah, and I could clearly tell that this guy that was sitting right there, he clearly fancied me, yeah, because he kept I don't know, do you know when you can tell in it? Bro, if you just talk to me, talk to me then, the fuck? Why do men never approach me? Bro, god damn.
Return on investment of approaching women is low. Better to wait for her to approach. It's not just you. Men have stopped approaching. They've been way too demonized, so they've stopped approaching. I think it's a good thing. He didn't want to end up on TikTok. He still ended up on TikTok regardless. The man didn't approach and still got a video made about him. Imagine if he made the move. Bro ended up on her TikTok without even talking to her, and she's confused on why he didn't pressure her. You could have given him a sign. Us men are traumatized by other situations where we approached females and they overreacted in a nasty way. Looking at someone doesn't mean they fancy you. They're just looking at what you are up to.
I think I've gotten stood up because I was supposed to go on a date tonight and I drove 40 minutes to this man's place and he texts me 10 minutes as I'm driving and he goes, "Oh, I'll let you know when to come because I'm talking to my family right now." He was calling his family. And I was like, oh, that's fine. I arrived and I was like, oh, okay, he'll just be on call with his family for a bit. No biggie. 30 minutes fucking later, no text, no call, nothing after I say, oh, oops, I arrived early. He said, ha ha ha, for fuck's sake, I'm by the water. So I parked near the water, can't see this man. And, at all, mind you, there's a lot of fucking water, so he could be anywhere. And, minutes goes by. 30 minutes goes by. No response. I text him and I say, I say like, okay, this is like kind of ridiculous now. Can you text me back? And then nothing. Mind you, at this point, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna stick this shit out because I wanna literally rage. It's been a fucking hour, guys. An hour, no text, no call. Mind you, I've tried to call him, attempted, nothing. Drier than my fucking cooch right now. I am so angry. I could actually be violent. Like, I'm just, you know what I'm expecting to see right now? I'm expecting to see him with another girl walk straight past me. Like, that's exactly what I'm, like, my mind is picturing right now. And I just want it to be true so I can go out there and strangle him. Anyway, I hope your night's better than mine because I think I might have to drive home. A 40-minute drive home. And mind you, this is, like, 20 minutes away from my work tomorrow. So that's just a big plus for me. So hope your night's going better than mine.
The new generation is cooked. Everyone is scared of commitment.
I saw a guy on here say, like, when did coffee dates as a first date become so villainized? And I totally agree. Hot take, but I think that getting coffee on a first date is completely fine, especially if you meet someone on an app, because if you meet someone in person and you see that, like, through friends and you're, like, seeing them over and over and over, and then you decide that you like a person, then maybe, yeah, it's like, okay, I have enough intel on this person and I know that I like this person enough to, like, take them out for something nice that I know they're gonna like. But, like, if you meet someone on a dating app, like, if someone meets me on Cuffed, they don't know anything about me, and I don't know, I just feel like a first date doesn't have to be that serious. Like, it's prelims, essentially, in my opinion. Like, go be your authentic self, kiki for a few hours in a coffee shop, maybe go on a long walk, maybe get lunch if it's really going well. But I don't know, like, I think it's weird, or, like, it throws me off anytime I go on, like, a nice first date. And maybe that's just me, like, being a weirdo, but I don't know. I don't like it as much. However, I will say, if I've gone on, like, a few dates with a guy and he, like, has figured out what I like and he likes me and all that stuff, and then he's like, okay, I'm gonna plan a nice date, that's my shit right there. I think that's more wise than having a really extravagant first date and then, like, winding it down, being less extravagant. I think you should build up. But that's just me.
She's saying first dates don't need to be that serious. Coffee and a walk is okay. For once, a woman has reasonable expectations. This is actually the correct take, and more women should adopt it. Here's why coffee and a walk is the perfect first date. Low financial investment, neither party wastes significant money on someone they might not connect with. Low time commitment, if there's no chemistry, you're not stuck through a full dinner. Public and casual, comfortable for both people without pressure or expectations. Efficient vetting, you learn whether there's genuine compatibility without elaborate distractions. Shows she values connection over being wined and dined, rare and refreshing. Women who demand expensive first dates are revealing they're transactional and care more about what you spend than who you are. Women who accept coffee dates are either genuinely interested in getting to know you as a person or smart enough to understand that expensive dates don't guarantee quality men or commitment. Men should always default to coffee/walk first dates for exactly this reason. It filters out gold diggers and transactional women immediately. If she refuses coffee and demands expensive restaurants, she's told you she values your wallet over your character. Walk away. If she's comfortable with low-key first dates, she's either genuinely interested or, at minimum, not trying to extract resources up front. That's the bare minimum, but it's become so rare it's actually worth acknowledging. So yes, she's right. First dates don't need to be serious. Coffee and a walk is perfect. Any woman who disagrees has disqualified herself from consideration by high-value men who understand the game.
900 comments. 900 comments from men saying that they will never open their heart to a woman again.
Guys, this breaks my heart for you. I know I can't make every woman safe, but I can change me. So tell me, how do I make a safe space? What makes a woman safe to you?
You probably never will reach those of us that have been through the betrayal, abuse, etc. once we find that peace in solitude. In solitude, there is no performance, no role to play, no expectations to meet. The constant pull to explain, impress, or endure fades, and what remains is simply breath and thought moving at their natural pace. Alone, a man can hear himself again. We don't want safe space, we want peace and just be respected. And if we open up how we feel, it's not weaponized against us. Finding a woman who will put others before her happiness is what is needed. Sadly, all you hear about is women leaving good men because they weren't happy. I wonder how many of those women ever gave a thought to if their husband was actually happy.
Some of y'all ladies need to wake up from the Lulu world. Because I just had a conversation with a woman who's talking about how, like, this guy really fucking loves her. And I'm like, oh, what makes you think that he really loves you like this? And she's like, well, he got me pregnant. I'm like, what? What else? Like, she's like, yeah, he got me pregnant. He, like, shows me really good time. I'm like, are y'all even together? She's like, well, it's complicated. Complicated? So y'all are having a baby, but it's complicated to know if you guys are together or not? And you think this guy fucking loves you? Where does this delusion come from? Why are a lot of women delusional? Like, what happened to, like, respect? Self-respect. What happened to you becoming a wife and then having a baby? Because, honey, he doesn't love you. That just means he's a stupid fuck. And so are you.
Do you believe some women have this Prince Charming syndrome based on the exposure of Disney animated films? Like planting a seed to the ideal man some women have delusions over. She was a good time for him. Them pregnancy hormones got to her deeply.
This comment makes me so upset because I think most men genuinely feel this way. I caught up with someone who I'd say is more of like an acquaintance, but we're friendly, we have mutual friends. We were at the same party last night, and I was telling him about so much of this discourse that I have on TikTok around men not approaching women, and time again, the comments keep coming back to, well, a lot of men think they're going to come off creepy if they go up to a girl. And I was asking him his perspective, and, he's objectively attractive, does well for himself, smart, whatever. And I was like, what about you? Like, do you approach women? And he was like, honestly, not really. And I was like, let me guess. You think you're going to come off as a creep? And he's like, hands down. And it literally like I really feel, for men, because I think there are so many just like kind, normal, smart, intelligent, hardworking, great men out there that like will not put themselves out there because our phones literally we are glued to our phones. B, the dating apps, we just want to swipe to find a connection, which, whatever. And then C, a lot of, like, women have been hardened by a lot of not so great men out there that have made women feel uncomfortable, so that we are coming off as not even approachable because we're putting out the signals that we don't even want to be approached. But deep down, I think a lot of women do. We just want the right type of guy to approach us. And I don't mean by looks and height and this and that, all the superficial bullshit. I mean by like character and energy. And I've been getting a lot of comments on here about how, well, if you're not over 6'2", is like, no, enough of that. Like, it's not even about the superficial stuff. It's about the way in which you approach. And you can take this a step further, not even in a romantic way, like platonically. When was the last time you just met a stranger and made a new friend? Like, most people are not doing this, and it's horrible. How are we going to build community if we're not putting ourselves out there? Plain and simple.
There was a TikTok made by a woman where she said that she left the man she loved for the man she deserves. Men see that mindset in a lot of women. Women should approach men. It's the safer way. There was a TikTok made by a woman where she said that she left the man she loved for the man she deserves. Men see that mindset in a lot of women. Scenario 1. Man approaches woman, she finds him attractive, Good man. Scenario 2. Same exact man approaches another woman. She does not find him attractive. Creep. This is the issue.
It's so clear to me across all my content that men and women just like kind of hate each other in the relationship realm. Like there are so many men who have been so hurt by women rejecting them, and there's so many women that are like screw men, and they just like don't even believe that there's good guys out there. And the more that we sink into these belief systems, the more that we're just going to remain divided, and it's horrible because humans are not wired to be divided. We're wired to be connected and to crave and give love to other people. So at the end of the day, it's not like a should a man versus a woman approach one another. Like we're talking about it from a gender perspective. But like what I'm starting to realize is that a lot of people have just lost a sense of human decency and respect and like kindness. We think it's so easy to just like ghost people, and we just are afraid of confrontation, and we take the easy way out. We hurt people as a result of those behaviors. And it's like, I think that people are struggling in the dating world because like no one knows how to build genuine connection anymore, and we're all glued to our phones. We're afraid to talk to strangers. This goes on both ends. And yes, I mean, I'm talking a lot about how men should approach women more. I still believe that, but what I'm coming to realize too is like women need to also like signal to men that they want to be approached, and women should feel confident to go up to a guy and start talking to him in the way that I've done this as a social experiment across like in my life based off of the comments I've been receiving.
Girl bosses are destroying the fabric of reality. I wouldn't say men hate women. We're more aware at this point, and it definitely isn't rejection. We came to realize we are expected to do all the traditional things, and we can have zero expectations from the woman. We found out that cooking and running a washing machine isn't complicated and only takes a little bit of time. So we looked at the relationship as a business partnership. We realize we have to do all the financial work, all the traditional work, and in return we get a subpar personality and 3 used-up holes. If said woman decides, I don't want to be in this relationship, that all I brought was me, they can talk all the shit that men worked for. Today, women offer up the only thing they bring to the table with hardly any restrictions. Short-term lease with no contract to buy is the way to go. Nobody wants to make a long-term, high-risk contract with someone who is mentally unstable and only had 3 used holes that were given out previously with no contract.
I did a recent video where I said that men should ask out women, and the number of men who said something along the lines of, okay, but you better show beyond a shadow of a doubt that you will 100% be into it before we'll even risk it, is confusing to me. Because you just know that these same guys have applied for jobs, applied for promotions, tried out for sports teams, gone to try and buy a car. Like, they've done any number of things without having 100% knowledge that it was going to succeed. But suddenly they need 100% knowledge that they will 100% not get rejected, which doesn't make sense anyway, because relationships end all the time. I know relationships that were long-term where the woman ended it. I know ones where the guy ended it. Like, just because you're not rejected initially, it doesn't mean you won't be rejected at some point. So if you're willing to apply for a job, apply for a promotion without having 100% knowledge that you're going to succeed, you should be okay asking someone out, even if you don't know for sure that she's going to say yes.
A lot of women are coming at me for that fucking solo traveler video that I made. And it's like, well, I don't know why y'all coming at me. I literally told you what a man said to me, that he doesn't like when women solo travel everywhere with pictures alone. And it just means that they're getting fucked. And then thousands of men fucking agreed and confirmed this in the comments, and yet y'all are still in the comments saying, like the females, y'all are still fucking going at me saying, oh, this is wrong, I can solo travel if I want, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, this is the problem. This is the fucking problem. Men are literally telling you what they don't like, and you're still fucking doing it. Oh, I'm not gonna listen to a man, and that's why you're fucking single. That's why you're single. Oh, I don't need a man. No, if you didn't want a man, you wouldn't be triggered like this. Because the real women who really don't give a fuck about being with someone will not get triggered. They're just gonna fucking move on.
You literally woke up and decided to speak facts. When they got triggered, it confirmed your facts.
Stop objectifying women. Ugh, I'm so tired of that line. You know why? Because it's not true. Women love to be objectified. We love being object of desire, admiration, and pleasure. We crave when you men look at us, pay attention to us, and desire us. And guess what? That's literally objectification. Why do you think we spend hours doing our makeup just to look pretty for ourselves? Please, pretty for who? We put on the foundation, the contour, the lashes, the lip gloss, the hair. Why? Because we want your eyes glued to us. We want that hungry stare, the push-up bras, the lingerie, the hair extensions, the fake nails, the corsets, the heels that should come with a freaking warning label. That is not for our inner glow. That is to turn heads, to get compliments, and to make you lose your damn mind. Evolutionary psychology says it best. Women enhance their physical signals to attract mates. So it's biology, not oppression. We're not helpless victims. We are weaponizing our own beauty on purpose. We want the looks, the thirst, the desire. We want you to notice, to want us, to make us feel irresistible. So yeah, stop with the BS and calling it objectification like it's a crime. We're doing it for exactly that. Oh, and by the way, have you objectified your wife today? No? Go do it. Go look at her like she's the hottest thing that you've ever seen. Tell her, stare at her a little too long, compliment something specific about her, and watch her smile that will light up and change her whole mood instantly. That is not toxic, my friends. That is fuel.
The problem is that I don't think they're consciously doing it for men. It's more of an instinctive thing. As a man, I think they sometimes do it because they're in competition with other women in their circle or on social media.